contest ended just a little bit ago. In order to enter the contest, you had to solve the national debt. You had to figure out how to get the national debt under control. And the winner of the contest was going to get a trip to Washington, D.C. to have dinner with Reince Priebus, that's the national chairman of the Republican Party, Senator Rand Paul, and Congressman Paul Ryan. Those two, Ryan and Paul, probably more than anyone else in Washington have expressed concern about the national debt and have tried to put out strategies how to control it, so that it would have been a tremendous opportunity. I worked on my entry to the contest and got mixed up because they said it was 12 p.m. is when it ends, and I intuitively think 12 p.m., well, that's midnight. But no, American clockmakers call 12 p.m. noon. So usually people, when they say 12 noon or 12 midnight, and most contests end at 12 midnight. But anyway, I screwed up. I thought I was submitting my plan 6 hours early, but it was 6 hours late. So I went ahead and mailed this letter to Rand Paul and Priebus and Paul Ryan. So I don't know what will happen. But anyway, here's the plan. Here is how to control the national debt in 750 words. U.S. debt solution. America's debt solution, that is beyond the remedies that those three already propose, the solution is simple, but it's shrouded in so much misunderstanding that it's impossible without a dialogue solution. So that's what I'll propose first. Our problem, quote, all experience hath shown, but this is from the Declaration of Independence, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. We need a way to change what is politically possible that doesn't require so much suffering. I propose more initiatives like this contest. This contest is the first opportunity in decades for ordinary activists to compete for the attention of guys like you three. It is a way for a multitude of counselors to ensure that your purposes will be established, as God promises in Proverbs 15:22. But if you do this right, you won't throw away the ideas that don't get your first prize. You will post them online and allow them to interact with each other, to sharpen each other, to educate each other. Republicans who disagree have too little opportunity to reason with each other, where good ideas have some hope of making a difference. We need something like ongoing moderated platform discussions, possibly online, but where consensus-killing, fact-obscuring devices like anonymous gossip and personal attacks on alleged motives, so common in social media, are blocked as quickly as profanity is, along with those fact-obscuring, simplistic labels designed to identify opponents as unfit for interaction. Here's an example. Amnesty. Amnesty is a pejorative, apparently meaning like the word cult means, the other guy's idea. Solutions are foreclosed when the first sign that someone thinks differently is taken as evidence that he is on the other side. Solutions require thinking differently. Face-to-face debate tests assumptions, educates both sides about the evidence they have been avoiding or had not noticed, provides the experience of reasoning with those who disagree, develops mastery of facts and arguments, and sharpens one's ability to form clear, persuasive thoughts. If average Republicans had access to such forums, which you can initiate with more contests, the dirty work of scrubbing the slime off reality would be shared by many. Leaders like yourselves would be freer to focus on facts and solutions rather than dodge mud and soundbite attacks. It would allow us together as a party to get in touch with the reality, instead of being limited to that hostile political reality a world away. I don't see a solution requiring 10 years just to wipe out the deficit that requires full Republican control of the government, no war, and no collapse of our precarious dollar for those 10 years. I don't see a solution like that as capable of inspiring confidence in our dollar or in the future existence of our nation. America's debt problem is too many entitlement recipients and too few taxpayers. We have 115 million private sector full-time jobs. If we had another 40 to 50 million young working taxpayers, well, that would be enough to wipe out our deficit. You know where that many young wannabe taxpayers are waiting. At our borders. You know the objections. More immigrants will make our population unsustainable. Or is it the size of a brain pool living in peace and freedom that determines how much technology a nation can maintain and create, which is what provides basic needs, national security, and luxuries? Immigrants don't assimilate. Or would they the more if we rewarded early mastery of English and civics with speedy processing of immigration applications? Immigrants bleed our welfare budgets. Or would they pay their emergency room debts in return for faster applications processing? Would even refugees waive welfare if that were our condition for allowing their non-citizen family members living here legally to sponsor them? Economists like Narasta and Oakford say the more legal immigration, the better for our economy, our debt, and our jobs. FAIR and CIS, which employ no economists, say the opposite. But the two sides don't face each other in the same arena. If both sides were responsive to facts, a win-win solution that blesses citizens and immigrants alike wouldn't be that complicated. How about a series of contests? How would you make an immigration policy better than current law for both citizens and immigrants? How can immigration be made economically beneficial to Americans? How can we accommodate immigrants without overcrowding? Three ideas for a contest. You don't need to pay for airfare to Washington for each contest. Skype calls wouldn't have the same sparkle, but would still be a tremendous opportunity for us activists who pray for America.